Alright, so today we're going to be routing the wiring, power wiring for the Maxxfan Deluxe. It's 12 volt wiring. The fan draws up to 5 amps, so we'll be using about a 7.5 amp fuse. What I've got is some 14-2 wire. And I've got a Blue Sea Systems 5026. So this is a 12 circuit model. Comes with a cover. Alright, and first thing we're going to need to do is get these little connectors onto the wire so we can connect it. We'll be able to connect it up to the Blue Sea. Wire stripper. Strip off the ends. This particular 14-2 actually comes with a ground wire. Won't be using that. Alright, so we're going to place these clips on here. I'm going to be crimping them on with a crimper. This is an Encore crimper. Alright, so we're using the red type terminal, so on our Encore crimper we're going to use the red crimp slot. Alright, now before we start crimping this, we're going to need this wiring to go to 2 different parts on the Blue Sea. So we need to go ahead and pull back the sheath on this wire, expose it, so we have enough working room. Alright, so now we're going to start with our negative terminal. I'm going to load that in. So, and we're going to use, since we have the red terminal connector, we're going to use the red crimp slot on the crimper. You want just a little bit of the copper wire showing on the other side of the sheath of this connector. Okay. Give it a tug, make sure it's solid. Do the same on the positive connection. Pull test. It's good. Okay. Alright, so we're going to be using the first fuse slot on here. So that means we're going to connect the positive wire, or white wire, into the first screw set here. And then the negative can go into any of these 12 on top, but I'm just going to kind of keep things logical. Put it into the first one up in the right corner. So I'll start with the positive. Alright, there we have it. Positive going into the first slot, negative there. And just go ahead and pop the fuse into the one slot. Alright, so for power, just to get started, I've got a Yeti 1000 Lithium. That's what I'm going to be using as I get started using the van, and at some point we might upgrade to a more custom build, but this has 100 amp hours and I think it'll work out fine. So plan is for this to be hooked into the 12 volt DC charger, which is located in the back of the van there when we're driving, and I can do that using an inverter like this one. Yeti also makes a adapter. It's just out of stock right now, so I'm going to be using my own. And I've decided to locate the unit here because I think since this is kind of a plug and play unit and it has like all the USB charging and outlets on it, I want it to be in a location where everyone in the van can get to it, even when it's closed up at night. So I thought about putting it in the back, but then you wouldn't really be able to get to it at night. Thought about putting it over on the driver's side in front of the wheel well, but with suitcases and stuff that might also be hard to get to. So I think this is going to be the best location. We'll try it out on this trip, see how it goes. So for the fan wiring, I've got the Blue Sea fuse block. I'm going to be putting that in a safe container so no one gets their hands on it. Then I'm running the 14-2 wire to the back passenger side and up the channel. And it's going to come out the top here and go over to the fan and make that connection. Alright, so got the wire, it's going to run up the channel. So a pair of scissors, get that started. Alright, so the black wire is going to be the hot wire, positive. So we're going to go ahead and, now I'm using one of these tube type wire connectors. Insert wire on that side. Side, side. both ends. Okay. Same with the white wire. Make sure you give these a good twist before you insert. Okay. Right, I'm just going to use some of these wire mount squares. This wire rotted. Now we're going to put it right here. Okay. That'll do it. Okay. Alright, so today hey, welcome back to Dad's Van. Today we're going to be wiring up a 12-volt cigarette lighter with ring terminals into the Blue Sea 12-volt distribution fuse block. And that's going to be our power feed to this fuse block from our Goal Zero Yeti house battery. And then from there, that 12-volt outlet on the Yeti will provide 10 amps of service, which should be sufficient to run a few different components. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do here is get the wing terminals to this distribution panel. So I got this cigarette lighter off Amazon. It was only, for a 3-foot cord, it was only $7, so pretty cheap. Alright, on the Blue Sea 5026, we got the top negative terminal here. So we're going to first get the negative terminal on our lighter hooked up to that. Have this come out the top. Similarly, we'll have the positive terminal come in on the bottom. So we'll loosen that. Again, there's a little passageway on the bottom here. That's where I'm going to have this come Okay. So there we have it. Negative coming in the top, positive coming in the bottom. Alright, so we're going to test out the first connection, which will be to run the Maxxfan Deluxe. So what I've got here is a cigarette male adapter, 12 volt. I'm going to plug that into the plug that into the house battery here, the Goal Zero. Alright, so again we have the positive feed terminal coming in the bottom, negative on top. And then for the ventilation fan, we've got the black positive wire coming in to where the fuse, 7.5 amp fuse is located. And then we've got the return, a white wire coming into the top block here. Go ahead and power this on. See how much power. So this is pulling, as it opened, it pulled about 15 watts. Now it's running at 70%. It's drawn about 9 watts.